Okay. Let me just put this speaker up. I was trying to bring glitter and glamour by testing the glitter and stuff on to do the little bling bling, but obviously it was making me to look funny, so I had to come back to life, back to reality, back to, y'all know that song? So I had to come back to life, to come back to, you know, but I mean, it looked good, but it was terrible again. So, wow. Hello, everybody. Hello. Today is Sunday, April 16th. Today is the 42nd episode of the Queen Abby Show. I want to say good afternoon. I want to say good evening from where I sit. I want to welcome each and every one of you guys. Welcome to the Queen Abby Show. I am your humble host, Queen Abby. I'm the humblest of hosts, Queen Abby. I just want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking your time to join me. So let's do the necessary so the necessary can occur. Who? Is that Jay-Z? Is that the voice from Jay-Z? Or, yeah, that's Jay-Z voice. So let's, start to share the show. We need to share the show, as I always say, so people can get the goodness of the show. And so we will be doing our part by, putting it on our statuses, on our different statuses, so that we can have people watching it. So let's, let's just create 30 seconds so the show can be shared. Please do that. Let's do that. I am going to, right now, I'm going to put it on my private status. Put the show on my private status. Let's share it. As I always say, we can share this show on, basically, we can share the show in my messenger. We can share it to, groups. We can share it on our statuses if, God damn it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to share it, asking me for a code. Hold on 1 second. Okay, thank you. Because people been trying to get into my private accounts and the show's account, so you know, the fun you always see is that it asks for a did two-factor authentication for access to the Facebook pages, my Facebook, my private page. So you can try from now to doomsday. You do not have my phone. So when you log in, it's going to particularly ask you for the two-factor, for the code. And booyah, that's where you end, because you wouldn't have, you know, the code. So there's no way that you will be able to. So I see that nobody has shared the show. Why? Today is Sunday. You took your time to come here to listen to me. I took my time to come and sit here. Let's share the show. It's a simple thing. I'm sure you're part of different groups. You can share the show in the different groups. So, you know, we together, and we trying to learn from each other on this stuff. But whatever the case is, it is I've already done that. So let's get the okay. I see 7 people share. I know, you know, we are more than 7 persons. I know Facebook. I know people who watch the show. There's a way you can watch the show with other people knowing that you're watching the show. We are not novices to Facebook. We know it. So try to share the show when you're watching the show, and you want for us to know that you're watching the show, yeah? So I don't even know the password to this stuff, but I'm going to try. Yeah, so as it says that's not the password. Let's see. Okay, whatever it is. All right, so without further okay, as I said, today is Sunday, April 16. Today is the 42nd episode of the Queen Abby Show. I just want to say good afternoon again, good evening from where I sit. I'm your humble host, Queen Abby. I sit in this seat every Sunday to bring you the combination of news and to bring you my own, you know, thoughts, processes on these different news, and to bring you analysis, and to bring other people to join in the conversation so that we can be able to speak about everything Liberia. I'm grateful to God for for bringing us together yet again. So as I said, please help us by sharing the show. You know, follow the show. There's a follow button on the show. You know, whichever way you want to do, you can click the like button. You know, it brings other people to watch the show. So as I always say, to get the goodness of the show, you know, it's a simple thing. Other people don't know about the show. Our show is a small show. So basically, it makes people to be able to know that there's a show that comes on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and at this time, it is 5 p.m. Liberian time. I apologize for coming on 10 minutes late, but it is what it is, right? So, you know, people can be able to experience our show. The mantra for this show, as we always say, is food for thought. This is a process where we try to awaken your thought process and your consciousness. And, you know, we hope to bring you information that you can be able to digest. So, you know, our goal on this show, as I repeat over and over, is to bring information, is to bring education, awareness, which is to push you towards thinking, rethinking, you know, the different decisions that you make in Liberia that concerns you and your family, your extended family. So, it is what it is. So before I even go further, we had two of our women that, that always show face on the show, that always contribute to the show, that had their birthdays passed. My daughter Joyce, I think she's on live. She had her birthday. Joyce, correct me if I'm wrong. I think your birthday was the 8th. And then Titi, your birthday was the 9th. Please, correct me if I am wrong. So I just want to say happy belated birthday to the two women that consistently come on this show. Although I'm a woman and I have, put a clarion call out there for women. I know Yesini has, come on this show to give her contribution a few times. Joyce, I call her my daughter. She had a birthday, and Titi, the high-headed ANC lady, had her birthday. So happy belated birthday to two of you strong ladies. I wish you all the best, and I pray that, whatever your heart desires, that it should be manifested in your life. So last week, I wasn't on because last week was Easter Sunday. I said that I was deliberating coming on or not, but ultimately, I made the decision not to come on, and I basically, I didn't come on because I felt that it was Jesus's day, and it wasn't a day for me to come to be talking politics, because when I come here, I don't be playing, I be going hard on politics. So I felt that, I can't take Jesus's day away from him just because I want to talk politics. So I basically have, before we get into our talking points and stuff, share the show, guys. The likes button is there, for us to be able to do what we need to do. I want to acknowledge my brother Abraham Ellis Makalo for watching. And Joyce, I see you here. Happy belated, as I said. Mr. Joseph Morris, thank you for coming on. I know SB was watching earlier. I don't know whether he's spying at work, because he left plenty of money business, so he left working plenty, which, it's a good and it's a bad thing. I can relate to that, but, we should have a good balance. Sometimes we can't, because, it is what it is. We have to working on certain goals, and we got to push harder. For all in all, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on and watching. So before I go into my talking points, my son's face was showing, so I had to move the camera a little bit. His picture was showing. I ain't here to broadcast the pictures. My daughter that I born with by myself, she had a birthday, last week, and I know that she is my favorite daughter. So I just want to wish her happy belated birthday. We already did her birthday business. She's she's on campus. She's in law school. Yes, she's in law school. She's studious. She's determined. She knows what she wants. This is her first year of law school, and she is killing it. So, I wish her happy birthday, belated birthday, and everything that she wants and beyond. It is for her taking. And that's it. So before I go further, I've said over and over that I'm not going anywhere. My mouth is wild. My mouth is big. When I say my mouth is big, if you do not want to hear criticism of this government, or as I call it, your cult leader, maybe this may not be the podcast for you. Because we we keep, you know, we keep the government's feet to the fire. So if you are one of those that gets offended easily when people talk against this government, then, you know, maybe this will not be the podcast for you, or you can, you know, you can go kick rocks, because you will not, and you cannot control me or any adult for that matter. I have to put this disclaimer out. You can't control me. This is a new day, and this is a new dawn. As the people say, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. You can, you know, women are finally finding their voices, especially Liberian women, and I in particular, I found mine long ago. I'm just, you know, broadcasting what my thought processes are. So, you know, we speak either good, bad, or indifferent. You know, we all have choices. God gave us what he called free will. So, you know, we got choices. You can choose to keep quiet with the ills that's happening in the country because it doesn't, you know, singularly affects you. But some of us will not. Some of us will speak out, and some of us, people, you know, people respect our voices. Some of our people disagree. It is all good for democracy. So at the end of the day, so we will not sit here and for people to say, oh, you keep quiet. You don't even live in Liberia. Or you don't even go register to vote. Please don't come here to tell us what to say. All you people who telling us what to say, you can't even, you know, you can't even control your children that you got guardianship of in your own homes. Let alone coming to tell adults what to say and how to say it. We are not going to sit and say, oh, just because this person don't like who we're talking about, whatever. So talk less of a grown person, you know, like us. We will speak and we'll continue to speak. And that's what adults supposed to do. So if you think for whatever reason we shouldn't speak, bye. And you can go and take several seats. Thank you very much. Y'all share the show. I know that I've been, you know, kind of like missing action, but it's just been 1 week. I come only on Sundays. Only when, like people say, when you catch my heart, you will see me on a day other than Sunday. That means it really catch my heart. But other than that, that's my, you know, that's my time to come here every Sunday. Y'all listen now. We're coming to start a real thing here. I have to, you know, salivate my throat, people. Because speaking about Liberia business, I've been stretching my throat. It's not an easy thing. It's easy. Ooh. The lemon too much. So you're listening. We always say, now this country has gone so low on the totem pole that the totem pole of governance, I can tell you that it is ridiculous what's happening. We all know that there's a whole lot of, you know, slew of things happening. Thomas, welcome. Amma, welcome. A lot of different things happening, you know, in Liberia. But to be in the position to have, they had this signing ceremony, or the not signing, dedicating ceremony of a scoreboard at the SKD complex in 2023. A dedication of a scoreboard at the SKD. Thank you, Abraham. Can you imagine? Thank you, Amma, for the stars. You sure got stars too, people, if you're deem it necessary. You have people dedicating scoreboard. I just want people to know what it is for a country to put up a scoreboard at a sports complex to have a dedication ceremony for something that is it's supposed to be part and parcel of that environment. Hi, master. Our scoreboard, that's how low we have gone on the totem pole of governance. That's how low. You have this the president dragging himself to the park. The park, you know, that he got drainage, calling the swimming pool. He dragged himself there celebrating the park's anniversary. Or neighborhood park. The whole president of the country gone. He there celebrating anniversary for a neighborhood park that has a drainage for a swimming pool. The president is supposed to be engaged in so many big things. In so many things. You got this president, you know, going celebrating anniversary for a neighborhood park, play park. You know why? That scoreboard. And you know, those who live in the diaspora, ain't even gotta be America. That scoreboard is on the feet of every elementary school in this country. It is the elementary schools has those scoreboards. The people have to, whatever they do, if there's anything that they need to change, lights or whatever, they just bring the maintenance people to take care of it, and boom. They take care of it, and then everybody go by their business. So that is it that you got ministers there calling people to dedicate a scoreboard. You look at the president's project. No wonder you remember the story about the time that these other professional players went to Liberia. Yeah, there's a story. Macalo, I don't know whether you remember this story. Maybe you were in or you were out. These boys that know themselves with the president when they were playing professional, they all were professional footballers. They went to Liberia, and then President Weah took them to his house. At that time, he had a little shack in on 9th Street. Nobody can tell me anything because I was the neighbor to the president. I could stay on my third floor apartment and look right into his yard. The people that say, oh, but take us the professional boys. They name them. I can't, maybe that Adebayo there and the other people there. They said, well, let's go to your house. This man went and told them that, oh, but this is my house. They said, no. Your house. They thought he was joking. And, you know, when his peers started laughing, they said, you serious? This house at your house? He said, yes. So I just want you to know that even when this man was a professional and he was handling millions of dollars, he was traveling the world, he was seeing all of these things, this man is still used to mediocre things. He is still used to mediocre things. That's why as a professional making millions of dollars, he built that mediocre house. That's the reason why he has this mediocre park, the neighborhood park. We will call it backyard park. That one he calling, you know, making a big deal out of. He dragging himself. Whereas a president, he's supposed to be in tune with what happening around the country. We're supposed to be signing deals to bring better things to the country. No. He's there going to do anniversary for a park. Can you imagine? A neighborhood park. That's why everybody that that follow him, these are what mediocre does to people. He trying to he has indoctrinated All the people that honor his government, he indoctrinated into the minds of these people mediocre life for the country, for them to see things in a mediocre way. So, Ruth, thank you, the playground, in a mediocre way. How in the world you call a project a president's project, and then you don't have somebody who is an expert to tell you, listen, this in 2023, 2024, 2025, these are the things that would be needed for a park of this magnitude that you're thinking about. Why? You build a neighborhood park, a backyard park, and then you say you're going to celebrate the anniversary. You should be ashamed of yourself. Soga wasting there should be ashamed of themselves. After Liberia failed so many times, they say, okay, Liberia passed. And then at the end of the day, before you say Jack, you're going to dedicate a signage, a scoreboard. You see how they brought the country down to disrepute? You see how they brought the country down to disrepute? For a whole minister to take upon himself, instead of him liaising with other, prominent ministers or spokes around the globe to bring good tidings to the country, in spokes, youth and spokes, he there going to go set himself and go and set himself, he a minister of youth and sports. No, you know what? I don't want to talk about, I know he used to be, I know goalkeeper or whatever, but you are a whole minister of youth and sports. You're good day, Basama. You're a whole minister of youth and sports. You're supposed to be fit. You're supposed to be fit. You're supposed to show the youth that you are part of the youth and sports. You even fit. You sit down there, you eating plenty. I don't really care. I don't care because nobody can tie my mouth. I can speak. I'm not, I'm not beholden to anybody. So I will speak. How in the world you'll be a minister of youth and sports? You got youths all over the streets. They're selling in the streets. They on drugs. But you're going to go dedicate a signage or scoreboard. Shame on you. But I'm blaming you. I blame your leader who is used to mediocre things. He was a professional player and he built a shack that the common man that works in the bank built. Because his house in on 9th Street was seen any different than any other person's regular man's house. For a man that was earning millions of dollars. For a man that has seen the war and everything. So, your president is a mediocre president. Your president ain't know any better, Jerry. Welcome. Your president ain't know any better. And he indoctrinated all the people that work for him to not, aim any higher, so that while the country is stuck in the old age mindset in the year 2023 going to 2024. What? Neighborhood park, you going to go celebrate anniversary? A whole president. Emerson, when you commenting, I want you to let us know who you're talking about. So if you're talking about me, so I can, basically respond to you. Or if you're talking about somebody else, let us know, yeah. So the person can respond to you. How would do it, yeah, Papa. But anyways, that doorness there, people gotta step out of that doorness and put that man aside so the country can move forward. Anyways, in Liberia now, I get things to talk about. Bobby, I ain't even paying attention to you say, help and be writing plenty. Women are so vulnerable in Liberia. It has been happening over and over and over. You know, the women are going through a lot in Liberia. The wicked men in Liberia, they're taking the lives of women exponentially. Remember, I said wicked men in Liberia. You know, this is just in Bon County, this criminal who can barely feed himself on a daily decided to take the life of his girlfriend, this Rachel girl, for trying to break up with him. A person that they don't even know where their daily bread will come from. Look at somebody's child that they raised to get to that stage and take their life just because they say, the woman say, it is okay. I don't want to be bad or how, Marty? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is ridiculous. You know, this is so sad and frustrating. That girl who died, she has a mother, she has a father. And because, you know, she says that it is okay, I don't want to be better. And this criminal decided that, okay, I will stab you to death. People in Liberia, you talk to your men to control themselves. Anytime you're calling back home, we are talking to people, you're asking them to spread the message, to tell the men to control themselves. You kill somebody's child, you kill somebody's daughter, you kill somebody's mother, your life will never be the same. You cannot live. You will be locked out. Hi, Bala. Welcome, Bala. You will be locked out. You will be in prison until your natural death. So, I want women, if you're talking to your women, friends, family members, to talk to them to protect themselves. They should be strategic. When you want to sever ties with an abusive man, you have to be strategic. You can't just openly say, although it is your right, but you got to be strategic because the men are killing women, the criminal men, I must be specific, are killing women all over the place just because they feel that the women don't want them and they think that they own a whole human being, that they will take their life like a chicken. Hi, Patrick. So we should talk to our men to, you know, to be able to dissuade from these things. Talk to the women that if they want to leave the men, they should be strategic. Don't just get up in there and say, hey, you know, strategize and get yourself out so that you can be a statistics, so we can be talking about you in this situation. Our women should be protected at all costs. So that's you know, that's my saying on the whole killing of these two women that took place in Liberia in the course of the week. All right. So I don't know whether you're ready, because I come on Sunday, so it's combination of news that I bring emphasis on. I just want you to know that Liberia is ranked 113th out of 121 countries with the most hungry citizens. Yeah. Liberians are hungry people. Liberians are hungry. So, 121 countries, Liberia ranked 113th. Those who got calculators there, you're telling me the percentage from 121, 113. Liberia ranked 113th in, the country in the world for hungry citizens. You think of fun people talking. This is an, this is an international group. This is the Global Hunger Index that is selling y'all. The Global Hunger Index is selling y'all. This is a report. I know y'all, people like Bobby, he tying, Josh Weah guy, he tied to his ankle. So when Josh Weah walk, Josh Weah can drag him as he walks. But people with sense, they will understand and they will know that it is a sad thing for our country to reach to this stage that you will rank 113 out of 121 in the Global Hunger Index. The people hungry. Your people hungry, yeah? Bajibo Freeman, you need to put loudspeaker. Continue. Go get your megaphone and put loudspeaker and talk about the president bearing role when the people hungry. You see statistics from the Global Hunger Index telling you that your country is 113 out of 121. The people hungry in the country. You come to tell me, say the president bearing roads. Who putting the cars on the road? Whose cars are on the road? That the hungry people cars on the roads? Or that your corrupt officials here plying the roads, having Range Rovers, having Porsche Cayennes. Hello, Sierra. Having all of these different things on the roads. Who owns those cars? That the hungry people own those cars? Or that the gluttonous people? The gluttonous, pot belly, corrupt government officials plying the roads. What kind of roads so far? Liberians, you people are hungry. And then some of y'all still say y'all got Weah's name in your mouth for someone for you to vote for. Why? I know we know about the Stockholm syndrome. That you follow your abuser wherever they go because you know only your abuser. But we here to tell y'all that y'all should disengage. You do not need to follow your abuser. A person that will not even give you dignity in your own country. They use your resources in your country so that you can be, they use your resources for their own personal usage. So at the end of the day, you dare talk more, you want to vote the person who make you hungry, the person who put you on the global hunger index, high on the global hunger index. Take it, Sierra, for the stars. You need to be able to reel yourself in. You're disengaged from the Stockholm syndrome. You're disengaged from your abuser. Oh. You won't vote. You're shooting this man. President Weah should not even be in the midst of your thinking about voting for him. Because you right now, you're 25 years old. You probably didn't even go to college. You probably don't even have a place of your own. You don't even have a job. And by the time you vote this man in, you will be 31 years old. You 31 years old, you want to be suffering? You won't be suffering? To suffer is not your portion. The first law of nature says self-preservation. Thank you, Pastor Man. Self-preservation. You do well. Your ball is in your court. Your ball is in your court. If you feel that you should be able to continue, the ball is in your court. This man should not even be in the consideration. Not at all. And I mean it. Why would you want to vote for somebody who suffer you? Right now, you 36 years old. You don't get no job. You don't even get a stable family. You looking for a way. You vote this man in. You know what? In 6 years, you'll be 42 years old. 42 years old? So what time another government will come there for you to be able to settle yourself? The sooner you sever ties, the better it will be for you. So, that is right there on our front. All right. Y'all remember Boniface Satu? I guess one more time for you. Thank you, Sierra. We gotta do it. We have to do it. We take time, and even y'all who come to contribute to the discourse, this is great for us. Everybody has different ways of contributing. Thank you, Mewase. Everybody has different ways of contributing. This is our way of contributing. You coming in, and and stuff. At the end of the day, we have to be able to put this thing out. Because although we in the diaspora, we don't live there. Although when we open our refrigerator, we can put food in the microwave. But the people that are back home, the people will say, oh, I get my auntie, I get my sister, I get my mom. So they're looking up to you to continuously help them. But if the country is brings good tidings, if the atmosphere is conducive for foreign direct investments to come in the country, the people will be on their own. You won't be wholly and solely responsible to helping them like how it is now. So, y'all remember Boniface Satu? I've talked about Boniface Satu here doing the whole road something. He's the guy that is in charge of the road fund. Remember last year, Boniface Satu, when he went and gave 25 million to Samuel Twe. That 25 million that he gave to Samuel Twe, they took it and they said that they use it to pay this and to pay that or to well, hello, CDC will to do different things with it. And the law for the road fund stipulated that it was not to be used for anything other than the road fund. And Samuel Twe and Boniface Satu, they were all there. They were making rounds, and Boniface Satu was getting upset with people, and he was there, knocking his chest. Well, to bring her up to speed, the center is not holding. The center is not holding. Boniface has always been, arrogant when they asked him about the 25 million that he went and took and gave to Samuel Twe. So, he will come on and basically, because he got the powers that be, backing him, because they took the people, the Liberia 25 million, and it's a law. He was not supposed to do it. This is something that they decided to put on, prosecute Brandon Samika for. Y'all remember? Brandon Samika used the money for the army people. They said he was not supposed to use it. That's the same scenario. Nothing happened to Samuel Twe. Nothing happened to Boniface Satu. But right now, they're fighting amongst themselves. Y'all see God? They're fighting, oh. And you know what? In America, what we say? Stand back. Stand back and stand down. We should just stand back and stand down and watch John Palmer waste on John own rice. They're fighting amongst themselves now. Y'all see how God can fight for the the common people. These are greedy and heartless people. These people, they feel that the laws do not apply to them. No, no, no. They're above reproach. The laws do not apply to them. They don't care for the laws. Oh, God forbid. Why? No, no. I am, I'm the person managing the road fund. I can take 25 million, although the laws are created. The road fund said that I am not supposed to even do it. But who gonna, in America, they say, who's gonna check me? Who's gonna check me, boo? That's the arrogance that came out of him. So the greedy and heartless people, they play in the Liberian people's resources. They just play. And they refuse to allow the country's money to be used for the intended purpose. To elevate the people. This is just the beginning of their confusion. That's the beginning of their confusion. So, let them fight. The woman that they said that Boniface Satu will take over for Boniface Satu because she's close to the president, and the president is not happy with Boniface Satu, and he will not renew Boniface Satu's contract. They on top of it. Police people then go to Boniface's office. They have no respect for the office. They kick the office door down just because. So at the end of the day, fast forward, it is what it is. Liberian people stand back and stand down. That Boniface Satu that came out were making the rounds, that were arrogant, that felt that he didn't have to explain anything to anybody, that Samuel 12 took the 25 million and Samuel 12 said he had to use it for XYZ. They know that the laws, they brought the laws to their faces, and they're like, who you talking to? We don't care. So at the end of the day, let them fight amongst themselves. It is what we call John Palmer a waste on John's rest. Y'all stand back and y'all see how God will fight for y'all. Yeah, Boniface Satu today, they kicking his office door because of the lady said that Boniface should give her access, and Boniface either he refused or he refused. Nigerian man said, waiting concern me. But they all fighting amongst themselves, going to the police station, doing this and doing that. Stand back, stand down, let them fight in a cycle. It will not benefit anybody. Thank you for matter. It won't benefit anybody. So at the end of the day, whatever it is, they should fight amongst themselves. But we will be here to see the outcome, and we will report the outcome when the outcome reaches. But I can tell y'all that they said that Wea is not extending Boniface's time, and Boniface, he was, I know Boniface. I know Boniface very well. So at the end of the day, Boniface, he came out in this corporate war, came from, working in the international, international hierarchy, in Washington, D.C., found himself in Liberia. He was representing certain international organization in Liberia. They decided to put him to manage the fund, and he sat there for him to stay firm, dig his heels in. He sat there, he allowed them to go, knowing that he was not supposed to allow them to take that money to use it other than for the roads. He let them to take it, and when the people started asking him, he started being upset, like he doing us a favor, like he wasn't in the wrong. So let them fight each other, and before we say Jack, we will hear the outcome of it. Liberian people will sit back and they will laugh, and they will say, you know what? Good. Y'all fight amongst each other because y'all know what y'all did to us was not right. All right. Let's talk about John Balu, the former Senator John Balu. Let's talk about him. Nobody is exempted. No one is exempted. Let's talk about John Baloo. John Baloo is on a mission for JMB and ABC to run on a single ticket. I specifically want to hear in the comment section. I want to hear from ANC folks. I want to hear what they think about it. As usual, I have my thoughts. As usual, I have my thoughts. And my thoughts are not new. Maybe it will be new to people who never watched me before. I've said it over and over. ABC, Mr. Cummings, JMB, Ambassador Bwaka, they are two and distinct individuals. These people are competing. I don't understand why you don't know what the word competition. They are competing. Just because the opposition does not mean that they are not competing. These people are competitors. This notion where you're coming from to say that, oh, because the opposition, they should join together. I do not see it. At least not the first round. You competing. I can't tell you to stand down or stand up. I have no right to come to you as a competitor to tell you to step behind me or to step in front of me. We are competing on the same thing. Your policy may not be my policy. So why am I going to, to have a conglomeration? Please tell me. Please tell me. I've said it over and over. If you in Liberia, if you're struggling in Liberia, and JMB gets to the second round, and you think because JMB did not unite with Cummings, and you vote for be my guest. Because guess what? Who is it going to affect? Do you think it's going to affect me? No. It will affect you. If Cummings makes the second round, and you think that you're going to vote for because you don't like Cummings, then you will be taking knife and juking yourself, because that's not going to work. People are in competitions for a reason. People compete. This thing you're coming, the person has said this thing here for the umpteenth time. You do not have to unite. We all know that different political parties got different blueprints, different policies. Where you're coming from with this uniting? The thing about it is that everybody, this is a democratic war. If there are 1,000 people competing there, that's fine. They're competing. The people I've said it, I know I wrote it so many times. That ship has sailed. You stop with this thing here about, the man gotta be this and the other. You don't know what the man wants. You don't know what Baka wants. You don't know what Cummings wants. If you voting for Baka is the head of the ticket. People don't be paying attention to the vice presidents, the vice presidential candidates. If you for Cummings, nobody, yes, you curious, you want to know. But when Cummings name anybody, can you change it? Please tell me. You cannot. If Baka names somebody, can you change it? No. So what was, thank you, my daughter Nadu here, my first child. My first play child, she sent me 1,200 stars. Thank you, Nadu. When you change it, you can't change it. My thing here is that let the competition be healthy. If you're in the Western world, The Western world, they welcome competition. They welcome competition. All I know in America, they got the two major parties. But do you people know that they got the Green Party, the Libertarian Party, the different parties? They do. And people do vote for them. Never one day they ever came to people to say, let's, let's come together. No. You see Joe Biden pick somebody from a different party, from the Libertarian Party, or from the Green Party. He picked somebody that was against him, but in his same party. I'm not saying that should be the case. I'm just giving an example. That thing where you're not put your mind so close because you hear one or two people talking about, oh, yeah, they will want this, whatever. It's not happening. I mean, Joe Balu, he's easy on the eyes. He's a good-looking man, if I must say so myself. But that's where it stops. He can go and be preaching 24/7 for the people to come together. You cannot mandate. That's like mandation. Why are you mandating these people? The people knows what they want. If you consider the people that your leaders, why wouldn't you think that these people know enough for you to follow them, to call them your leaders? Because if you follow somebody and you call them your leader, you must be of the knowledge that these people will make informed judgments. So I don't understand. I don't understand this thing. You can preach from now to doomsday. The people, they were together as CPP, they broke away. We don't care who broke this or who didn't break this. They are not together. Let everybody go and show their strength. This is a competition. You forget. You forget that this is a competition. My thing here is that whoever comes head to head with Ambassador Weir, the rest of the opposition should rally behind those people, because the main person you're after is Ambassador Weir. That's it. You ain't after JMB. You ain't after Cummings. Those are the people that want to help the country. But the real people that can sit down and think, that as Chris Rock said, that makes things so swear in their brains, they will understand. They will definitely understand that they don't need for these people to be in line. The only alignment should take place when the second half is there. Because everybody knows who they want. You leave people way, oh, that's the only way. That's the only way. That's what only way. Come and get people behind him to vote for him. Ambassador Barker get people behind him to vote for him. So what are you talking? If they align with each other, so these people will not vote for the people they want to vote for, you're stopping, man. Titi, happy belated birthday. I already gave you your shout out. I'm in the middle of the monologue now. I don't know whether y'all know about competition. You think all the competitors can be kumbaya? Competitors mean that you want what the person want. What the person want is what you want. So you're fighting. If you're running the race, you want run past that person. So that particular person, you can overpower that person. That's what competition is about. While you're sitting now, you don't want a competition. That's the hallmark of democracy. Competition. Competition is the hallmark of democracy. It shows that your democratic maturity. It shows democratic maturity. So you stop dating here. You stop dating. You stop putting undue pressure on these people. These people got other things to think about, other things to do. Niswa. Titi, welcome. Honestly, I'm just tired with this thing here. That's the only way. That's the only way. That you're called Alpha Digger here. You're tagging here because he's like a broken record now. I'm tired listening to him talking. That's the only way. That's the only way. Then he can open his mouth to tell somebody say that the only way. Is that the only way for somebody to beat George Weah? George Weah is beatable just by his leadership, his lack of leadership. You see the people that ain't feeding the fish? Because you get people $20, you get them lapa, you get them t-shirts. You see them feeding the fish? Tizzy, I say yapping. You understand? So I don't understand. You need to stop this thing. You need to stop this thing. You let the chips fall where it may. As the English people say, let the chips fall where it may. So you let the healthy competition go on. John Balu, you finish talking plenty now. You not put it all over the place. There's nothing you can do about it now. You not put it out there. It is out there. We not hear it. So if you're coming out to talk, John Balu, can't talk something different. We want for you to bring the same old song about, oh, we what they calling this and we want to hear it. We believe in a democratic process. The democratic process is that these people are competitors. These people want what they want, and that's the head of the ticket. These people have different blueprints. They have different policies. They have different thought processes. Let everybody go on their own wave, their own strength. When they get to the stage where they reach to the second round, because absolutely, I can tell the Bobby Benito and all these people, George Weah has already kicked himself in the feet. There's no way George Weah will get 51%. No way. After this dismal job performance, he will get 51% where? Yeah, so you stop. John Balu and Fadiga and my own brother Abraham Ellis, you cry me a river. Cry me a river. We will allow the competition to go forward. We will allow the process to go. If you believe in Alexander Cummings, when Alexander Cummings bring somebody, you will still support him. You believe in Ambassador Baka, he brings whoever, you will support him. Because at the end of the day, they are the heads of the ticket. When you get your son, sometimes the person who your sons bring to you to marry, you think sometimes some mothers or fathers don't like that person. But Joshua, can't put me to the country where you want to put me in, huh? Can't put me to the country you want to put me in. Talking about we in America who voting with our mouth. Can't put me to the country you want to put me in, huh? You think someone walking to America on stowaway? Someone walking to America, you go to the MRC, you will see our records there. We didn't come on stowaway. I didn't come on stowaway. Thank you very much. Check me up. Voice of America. Africa, Nightline Africa edition. So, some of our team will wait. Honestly. So, you need to stop. You need to stop because it is elementary at this stage. You need to stop. I can't even take it. Fadiga, when you be blinking those heavy eyes of yours, we talk something different now. All day he crying. He really need to read the book of Lamentation in the Bible. The brother be crying 24/7. I can tell you, if they don't unite, I can see the beating. Okay, go with your analysis and find place to say that. Hassan, call your brother here. Hassan, call your brother here. Call your brother. Tell him, say, correction fluid is on live. And I telling him, say, he must stop without plenty crying. Everybody will go and represent themselves. They will go, they will represent themselves. And at the end of the day, they will put their full weight. Al, what happened with Al? Al, if I catch you, crying again for opposition unity, I myself find a way to drag you from that place. Because I tired when you crying now. You are a smart man. But then you cannot diversify your thought processes. Oh, I can't. At a certain point in time, I can say, oh my God, I can be working, right? And then I put the earpiece in my Hassan. You and your brother, you're twins, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to think the same way. So don't say we. If you want me to argue to your brother Christ on a particular issue, then let me know. I hear you crying, about it. I don't hear Al crying about it. So that's why I didn't want Al. Honestly. Can you imagine? Oh, Aman, are you talking about Hassan, your brother? You said if you see? And you see Hassan, you take it? The military man say you see, oh. But honestly, to be honest, let's go through the democratic process. Let's stop with that thing. Let's open our minds to know that we are a democratic country, and we're in 2023. We do the JMB and ABC got to hook hands and link hands before the process can go on. Everybody has their different policies. They got their blueprints. They have a vision. Everybody's vision is not the same. They're competing on the highest share, and you give them chance to be able to, separately go their ways and do what they're supposed to do. I've said it over and over, and I'm like a broken record now. I've said it over and over. When they get to the second round, because George Weah's leadership is lagging, it has gone to the dogs. So there's no way George Weah will get 51%. They will go to the second round. When they go to the second round now, then boom. Then that's when people will say, okay, I don't care for George Weah. I'm with ABC or I'm with JMB. I don't care for George Weah. I will go and vote the person who, is fighting against George Weah. So, John Balu, as I said, you're easy on the eyes. That's all I can give you. But you need to stop. You need to stop with that hell of a kosu. What you be wearing. I don't know, you can be in your office and you're able to take your tie off and, ease yourself and move that tie, and take the coat off and roll up your sleeves and look comfortable in your office or in your house office, so the people can know all day you choke up, you choke up, you on the shores. No. Roll up your white shirt. Roll up your sleeves, Papa. Take off your coat. Unbutton your shirt, lebe. Relate to the people. How many Liberian people you call to all day and they're talking on a podcast or, online? You try to put some kind of t-shirt on too now. Come with t-shirt. Come on t-shirt. Come on with African shirt. The Englishman say, let your hair down. That means, kind of like release yourself. Hassan, so I got to put you and your brother in the same song. The two of your breasts of the same feather, so you're flocking together. So you sing it about the second round. I already gave you that whole thing, that the people got competition. Nobody coming to go and say, Cummings be second, JMBB first, JMBB second, Cummings be first. That ship has sailed. I mean, Abraham, please, yes, you can do that. The ship sailed. Alice. So, I've already told you, I want year 8. Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, I want year 8. So, going forward, everybody for themselves, go for all. You go with your might, you go with your strength. Alright. You gotta tell everybody, family tell a call, you know, as I consider it to be nonsense. With the family tell a call, you know last week was Jesus' resurrection, so I didn't come. So I didn't get to talk about it. The family tell a call, let's talk about it. That a call, I consider it to be nonsense. Abraham, I want to hear why. To be frank with you, I heard you, that's why I mentioned you as one of the pact. I want to hear why. Just because you hear one or two people talking, you hear Balu, in his head about Kosu, he tightened Buster. I'm drinking my own concoction. I can tell you, I have lemon tea mixed with turmeric. Then I put lemon juice. Then I have hulls. You know the hulls? I got the hulls in it. So that's what I mix, and that's my concoction. It's good. The lemon tea and the turmeric is good. And then with the lemon, you know, some lemon in it, and the hulls. So it's good for you. It's good for your throat. It's good for everything. It's a preventative drink by itself. I don't drink alcohol, people. When you hear me talking, I talking koro. I do not drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't take drugs. So my eye open koro. I'm speaking koro with no influence. I'm not under any influence. I'm not one of those that need to drink alcohol to be able to gather the thoughts. God has given me intelligence enough that I don't need a helper in terms of, you know, alcohol to drink. Hey, Moses, you understand? So, I skimmed through the release, you know, that Ambassador Bwaka enumerated that, you know, before they went to the Farmington Accord. That was good and dandy. But I think that he was not even supposed to attend or sign any so-called peace accord. Y'all know me. When I come here, y'all don't have to believe, you know, to agree with me. This is a democratic space here. But me saying it does not mean that y'all got to agree with it. But that's my, you know, thought process, and that's my analysis. Ambassador Bwaka, who are your handlers? At this point in time, you have leverage. You have leverage. You have leverage as the biggest opposition party. I don't care what anybody say. As I say, you know, I'm not beholden to anybody. But I must say what is a fact. The Ambassador Bwaka has leverage as the biggest opposition party. I'm not putting any other party down, but he's the biggest. So I will put it as it is. I feel that, you know, I felt that Ambassador Bwaka should have dug his heels in until the language that he wrote be, you know, put in the accord that would favor him. You know where, you know when you signing things, you know, hi Julia, when you signing things, right? And if you have leverage, you have power, you wield that leverage so that it can be able to basically suit, so the language there can suit you, because why? You have leverage. You think why he need LeBron James? LeBron James has leverage. Although he plays with other players in the Lakers, if LeBron James does not want to play with a player, he just needs to hit behind the scene. And when he hits behind the scene, guess what? That person will be traded. I don't care what. So that's why it's called leverage. He was supposed to make sure that they put language in an accord that favors, him. How do the Freemans, think that these political parties, can predict what will happen? The people who wrote that stuff, how they think the political parties will predict what will happen, whether the people will be violent or not? What sense does it make? It makes no sense to me. How can you predict? How can you say that the people should be peaceful? All these political parties out there, are they in control of the people all over the country? If you go and see the election, you expect the people to not express themselves? You know they will express themselves. Ambassador Barker secretary, nothing. So, for you to say the people must come and they must come and sign peace, forming of peace accord, just because this is the second time for the forming of accord, it does not mean that, JB could not hold out. That you see, you have to have people there that will think on all sides. You can't be having leverage and you be running to sign everything. Because that means you the boss. You sit down, that whole long stuff you put in the papers that people saw, you were supposed to find and make sure that those languages were injected in that accord. Honestly, I'm ready, just a little bit, not too much. So at the end of the day, the language should favor you. ECOWAS is a senile old dog. That's what ECOWAS is. It's a senile old dog. ECOWAS is, they are not proactive at all. ECOWAS is only reactive. They are not. They're always biased. If you notice, ECOWAS is always biased towards the ruling party. The government of the day, the country's government, that's the party, that's the people ECOWAS is biased towards all the time. So you go and do your research. If you think I'm joking, you go and do your research about ECOWAS. ECOWAS is biased and they always favor the country's ruling party. Example, what happened in Guinea? You saw anything? And they came and they said they were having meetings. What happened? Nigeria. You saw all the ballot papers, all the different things in real time. We were watching it in real time. What ECOWAS did? Nothing. You saw what happened to Sisulu. Sisulu, the boy that the Liberian government went and made a poker there to attack. When they went to go say to the American embassy area to go put the petition in. ECOWAS say anything? You remember when I tell you, they surrounded her. They wanted to put firebomb in the building and stuff. ECOWAS had anything to do with it? You remember Justice Kabina Jane? The man went, Joshua took this man, Kabina Jane, from Nima County. Joshua made sure they took this man out because the man didn't toe the line. The thing he wanted. He found a way for that man to leave. The man went, Bobby, put your hand down. The man went to ECOWAS. ECOWAS asked. The government, ECOWAS said the man won his case. Anything happen? ECOWAS ever enforce anything? The recent LU stuff were great, going to attack the people's children on campus. ECOWAS is represented in our country. You saw ECOWAS say anything? They are sitting now. You say ECOWAS say, this, that, the other. They must sign a forming accord to what they call peace. What do you mean by that? First and foremost, what do you mean by that? All the words that Ambassador Barker put out there, he was supposed to make sure those words were there. All of our concerns, the political party concerns, if this and this happen, what was supposed to happen? He's supposed to put all of these things in there. You put it there. You say ECOWAS. Who Who's supposed to respect ECOWAS? ECOWAS does not even respect herself. Then somebody supposed to respect ECOWAS? You stop this thing there. You stop it. You stop it. ECOWAS has no respect, and nobody's supposed to respect ECOWAS. So if our JMB handlers are going to tell the people, say no, are going to hold out and say the language that's supposed to represent the political parties. I see the language in this stuff. And how can you tell me now we're supposed to make sure that our party says keep the peace? Am I supposed to predict? Am I supposed to predict? I'm not. No. So at the end of the day, fast forward, no. So that my own thought process with a whole Farmington signage nonsense. But anyway, your people, you know, I was in here for last week, so you gave me chance. Let me empty my what in my belly before anybody comes on. We got to talk about all the late things there before, you know, you come on. Please, you just give me that late time. I was in here last week, and you know I can only come once a week. So, Alice, keep watching because I got to bring you on too. Anyway, I see you watching, but keep on. So, Saudi Arabia, my people. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia gave Liberia. They gave 29,000 bags of rice to CDC because I don't call it Liberia. 29,000 bags of rice. And you see how I told y'all that the leader y'all get, the Georgia leader is mediocre. So everybody in the country, they told the law, they follow the law. Saudi Arabia, a country that is very rich in oil. I know your guy, you know, reasonable, you know, thinking, in like, but we say thinking faculty. Saudi Arabia, that rich, very rich in oil, that can help change a country in technology, in giving them medicine, so many other things. You all sit down. You all say the people get 29,000 bags of rice. They get CDC because they get Liberia. That's the thing you go take from Saudi Arabia. You remember the last time they took a sweet partner from Saudi Arabia, the dates? Why are these people not progressive in their thoughts? Who are these people? Who are these people? Welcome to me. Who are these people? I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you not have PS that you can even research and see? The people rich in oil. The people can go to other countries and the people in abroad will say, where's it? Can you imagine? The people can't get you 29,000 bags of rice. Then you're glad you have a signing ceremony to give you rice. That's not sustainable. You don't even know about sustenance. How long that 29,000 bags of rice will last for? The people know that you don't know any better. They know that you don't know any better, so they you know, they're like, oh, okay, so we can get anything. They can take anything. And they will be happy for it. Can you imagine? 29,000 bags of rice. Just know that Saudi Arabia, you come and compare Saudi Arabia land mass and Liberia land mass. Saudi Arabia is a desert land compared to Liberia that's rich in green fertile land. So these people, they only got oil, but they got desert. Then you there taking, you know, having the signing ceremony. Signing ceremony for 29,000 bags of rice. John, that means talking nonsense, John. I don't know what that means talking about, so just make it clear. I won't be jumping to conclusion. But John has said, if that means talking about, I said it before. If I talk about this useless government, and I talk about this inept government, and I talk about this government as stealing from her people and bringing her people down, and if you are a cult leader to Ambassador Weir, and you don't want to hear what I have to say, then you can exit left. Then this platform is not for you. Because I'm not going to toe the line. I'm not going to say, oh, the king, the king. Only to find out that the king, you know, the emperor, the emperor, the emperor. Only for somebody to say, oh, the emperor, the leopard, to say the emperor ain't get no clothes. So I will not be towing the line, yeah? So we got good green vegetation. Saudi Arabia got desert land. But here we are. We don't have people that have negotiating skills. We sitting now, we take it 29,000 bags of rice from a country like Saudi Arabia. When we can take technology from them, we can take medicine, we can take advanced doctors from them, we can take so many things that will be sustainable in the long run to the country. But you got people, like, here you come with a foreign minister who has a sexual assault. Kimaya, he got a sexual assault case in this United States. He has a sexual assault case, yeah. You got this man, you know, sitting now in the, you know, with his peeping long stockings and his doll baby shoes, sitting now, say he's signing, having signing ceremony to receive rights for sedition because he doing it for Liberians. The foreign minister, you got, you go Google it. The foreign minister has a sexual assault case in this country. Ike, you said that they play smart political game. If that's how you can think, then no wonder you part of the people who praising the government. That means that this particular statement has no depth. It's just on the surface. So if you're a person who can think on the surface, then, you know, you can all go and ride out into the sunset. Yeah. So the man there, in his peepee long stocking and his dog baby shoe, you tell a lie, you go look it up. Welcome, Cyrus. You go look it up. This man is there, signing, happy. He get a long head of a white socks, peepee long stockings, and his dog baby shoes. He's signing to receive 29,000 from the Saudi government. These people were just one person's wealth, let alone the whole country. He's signing to receive 29,000 back arrest to go get to the CDC people because he's signing it on behalf of Liberians. He's signing it for his own people. So, as I say again, I tie it in with the leader. The leader is, thank you, Mr. Morris. The leader is mediocre. And that's why he indoctrinated into the people that are working for him. Honestly, and this Kimaya, he has a sexual assault case in America here. So this is the person that the president knew of, a president who's supposed to consider himself leader. If you're a leader, then that means that you know how to reason, you know how to think, you know how to process things. All these different things are supposed to be part of you. But you say keeping a man as a foreign minister who is in a court for sexual assault, and you think you happy passing here around for him to be in a pretty long stocking and dog baby shoes and signing for 29,000 bags of rice for the Saudi government and think you're doing something. Shame on you. Shame on you. So, with that whole format signing thing, I heard that the president, Fremont, I really do not care. Thank you, Rebecca. Fremont, I really don't care. Whether it's JMBO, ABCO, just the idea that it shouldn't be this government. Point blank, period. So the president, at the Farmington Sunday, they say the president accosted Reginald Gourish and accused him. He accosted Reginald Gourish and accused him of stealing a car and burning his assets or a house. I can just imagine they say, Ambassador, we are say Reginald Gourish, you enjoy democracy? And you enjoy democracy? They say firstly, Gourish didn't say anything. When they went for the picture taking, he came back. Reginald Gourish, and you see how you enjoy democracy under our government, blah, blah, blah. So they say Reginald said, but what is your problem? And he told Reginald how Reginald stole his car and burned his house and stuff. I heard Reginald trying to explain his side of the story. But all I can say is that a thief knows his friend's thief. That's it. If you're a thief, you know your friend's thief. What else we supposed to say? We supposed to, cry for Ambassador Weah? No. I supposed to cry for Reginald Gourish? No. That's not my concern. Reginald Gourish, you got more than your share in that country. Continue to go and you're explaining your side. You're explaining your side of the story. The president, right after signing as part of the peace accord, the mayor say he went to sign peace accord at the Farmington. And that's the reason why maybe don't even raise my little eyebrow. But that's your peace ambassador right there on display. A man who is a peace ambassador that went to sign peace accord. He accosting somebody that all of them coming from signing peace accord. You're a whole president. That's not how you do it. There's processes. You are president. Don't you know about, different processes to go through if you want to, put this man on notice? You dare, getting into a verbal confrontation? I don't think the man even know that he president or what the weight that comes with this, this position. Honestly, sometimes I think that he doesn't know. Honestly, because if you know, definitely you will not be all in a crowd, yelling and exchanging voice with somebody. You are president, for God's sake. Comport yourself. Comport yourself. Anthony, I ain't got family in Liberia. So what you want to do about it now? I ain't got family in Liberia. What you want to do about it? So you gonna take my Liberian card away from me? You gonna say I'm not Liberian because I don't own a farm in Liberia? Then go ahead now. Go ahead. Man, move from there. Honestly. So, that's it though. The peace ambassador. The energy the peace ambassador George Weah is supposed to be, let me call it so-called, because he didn't exemplify anything like that. The peace ambassador is supposed to focus on government employees protesting and carry on the crying out for their salaries. That what his focus is supposed to be. When there's no redress, the people got no redress. This is the real peace rocker and shaker right here. The people protesting. People taking people taking that thing for a joke. There's a lot of people in Liberia hurting because See, things are so hard. Even I got people from America that are going to visit. They tell me how expensive Liberia is, let alone the people that live there. Honestly. Honestly, the people saying things are so expensive. Liberian people, the people crying. The people can barely make it. They're crying. So, you know, in business finance, I remember, I think it was financial management. They taught us about garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out are, you know, people in the finance world use as indicators to narrow down, you know, different variances, you know, what you use between actual and projected trajectories. So nobody in government in Liberia informing the people. You're not informing the people about the different, you know, changes. You're not helping the people in the changes. You're not trying to mitigate the economic atmosphere in the country the country find itself in. You're not doing it. So you're doing that's garbage in, garbage out. What you put in is what you're going to get out. You know that the history. You know the history. Henry, I used to call you my son because you and my son got the same name. But if you ask me useless question, you get useless answer. You'll get useless answer. But anyways, I will let it go because you know the name is my son's name, so I'm a little partial to you. So nobody in government, you know, informing the people. You're not mitigating any of this economic atmosphere. The things that are happening in the country that are bringing the countries down. You're not trying to help it. You're not trying to inform the people. You're not trying to do things. You went in the country. You're overwhelmed. The country's workforce with your CDC people until you got to the point where you were out of money. You were out of money. You couldn't pay anybody. You couldn't pay anybody. Bobby, you rather do well if you think that I'm, you know, I have to answer people's question. I don't. But you have every right to write what you want to write in there. As long as you don't bring profanities, you good. As long as you bring profanities, you good. But I don't, you know, I'm not naive enough to think that everybody will reason with me. But the idea is that I have a voice and I'm using that voice. So I'm sure reasonable, I'm not unreasonable yet. I'm sure reasonable people understand and agree with what I'm saying. The government is not working for the people. There's a lot of corruption going on. It's all over the place. The people hungry. They got it all there. They tap on the index, the hunger index. The people tired. You show arrogance to the people. The resources belongs to the country, but you refuse. You refuse to use the resources for the people. So the people, they hungry and they're looking up and they're disillusioned. So some of us, we here to speak about it. We here to talk about it. We cannot be silent. That is my contribution. I live in these United States of America. So this is my contribution. And I will contribute. So if you want to continue to be shackled to the ankles of George Weah, be my guest. But I will put, you know, what he's doing wrong out there. Nobody should have voted this man in as president in the first place. But people were just tired. And they were like, okay, that man, he tried as president, no way. He went as vice president, no way. He went as, what did he say, senator, Let's just try him now. And I what it did. And I'm sure this will be history for Liberians. They will try not to do it again. So, to my last stuff, we hearing about the lies. The government is a government of liars. They lie all the time. They lie up, they lie down. The government decided to lie about the 50 billion. They lied to the people that they signed 50 billion contract with the government of the UAE. Can you imagine? How can you just come? You know, those days, I know I see on Facebook now, all these different people, before the advent of, social media, they used to come and they say, oh, we graduated from this college. We graduated from this college. Now, Martin Colley giving him his kudos. He and his team doing research. And the research and finding out that these people don't have any of these degrees to lie about. So now, you can just get up and lie. Everything is out there now. So you come to a whole country and you lie. And you say you signed 50 billion. 50 billion is small money. You say you signed it with the government. You signed with a regular company. This company is not unique because you got green companies all over the Western world and advanced countries. It just happened to be the blue company. They got a lot of company that they blue company, a lot. And then you lie to the Liberian people, telling them you sign 50 billion. For where? Nigerian men say for where? Like people will not find out. What is the reason? Because you're useless. That's why you keep lying. So these people, they get they like the blue company from the UAE. They get to countries that have low carbon, footprints, and they measure these carbon footprints, and they give them credit for it. We have good greenery in Liberia. Honestly, we don't have these heavy, these heavy industrial plants in Liberia in large quantities. So, like how it is, like America, like these industrial countries. So obviously, Liberia will have a good reservoir of, carbon footprints. So that's why, the measurement comes in. That's why they go, they measure it and they get you rewards. They get you money. Now, good money, oh. But unfortunately, we have a very corrupt government. We have a very, very corrupt government and greedy leaders. So honestly, if this is done right in that country, it will really help a lot of people. But the agreement they signed, they signed it for their own might and their own belly. So, Freeman, who you say insulting? Freeman, who is insulting? I don't understand who you say insulting here. But anyways, I know you're not talking to me because I can put my points across without insulting anybody. So maybe you're talking to somebody else or you're talking by yourself, but you're not talking to me. So as I said, if this is sound right, we will have, we'll have good reforestation. You have a boost of the country's clean energy. We'll build, renewable energy. by having good waste and landfill management in the country. And we do right by the country. Even farmers, small farmers, will be able to sell their carbon credits because all land can store carbon. Can store carbon. If this government was a serious government, this is an open opportunity to empower small farmers. But as usual, Alice, if you're listening, put your request in. So as usual, it's not, it doesn't happen. Alice, if you there, Alice, I'm going to keep one spot for Alice. So, my people, that is right there. If it's done right, it will bring renewable energy. It will bring they can, the small farmers will be making money. Landfill waste management. I'm trying to add you, Cyrus. It's not going through. Alice. 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 Let me send her a message. I don't know. I'm adding people. Yeah. I'm gonna Titi, I'll adding you. Let me call it off and go. You can resubmit. Maybe it was in for a while. So resubmit, please. I need to send a message to Alice. Yeah, so that my talking points. That my talking points for the day. Okay, let me see. Alice, I don't know whether your phone going in and out. Hold on, yeah, Titi. Let me there's somebody I need to. How are you, Titi? Happy belated birthday. What you did for your birthday?
I went for dinner, but I still celebrating the whole month.
Hey, they did not business. They want more about dinner.
The whole month.
The whole month?
Yeah, I don't do the whole month, though. I don't just do one day.
But what kind of trouble people see? So why the whole month?
When you have baby, people that can't visit, they keep visiting.
I beg you, when I hear for that whole month business, what kind of business is this? I'm trying to there's somebody I want to introduce, that in Liberia. Yeah.
You must another show.
I'm going to send her a message now.
Because we have a serious discussion today. He ain't coming play yet.
Who, Bobby?
Yeah.
Bobby on Bobby will come on later on.
Yeah, I want to say he must be at the end one time. You must bring on the game closely.
Hey, no, y'all. You know what? Let me say this. I know people think that I what they call on. I feel that I must have some sort of balance. That's why you see that. Sarah, put your stuff in.
Well, you wrote a lot of stuff, so you already got it on the cross. Why bring you on?
I added one person. Just hold on. Adding Alice, keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope. Okay, good. You on. But your camera now on. I can see your camera. All right. No, not you. Alice, you are you to a place where you can have light? Sarah, put your stuff in. Is there any kind of light that you can put towards your face? The light should be in your face, not.
Of course, I guess. Okay, now, right?
I can
Maybe
see
she
you.
rather put it right on.
You see, you can see my light in my glasses. So normally,
Oh,
when you're doing Facebook something,
I think it's better.
when you're doing Facebook stuff, the light has to be in your face. So when the light is in your face, then the camera, whatever. But anyways, I can see you to an extent. All right, let's Sarah,
It's much.
whoever want to come on, they can send their stuff too. But anyways, welcome. I have so many topics for Titi before, she in Liberia. So let me just
Yeah,
speak
no,
to her
no,
before her stuff goes off.
no,
You're
go ahead.
very blurry. We can barely see your face, but
No, go ahead. Let's start first.
you can. You got to put the camera down so it can't be shaking. The camera shaking as you moving and shaking, so it makes it blurry more. But anyways, we will just do what we can do, but we can barely see you. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen Abby Show. This is Alice. Alice is she's a young lady in Liberia. We as we want to expand the Queen Addie show. Alice will be one of the she will be part of a whole that will be coming on a couple of days in the week. I know that we have been looking for a lady to be part of this show, to be broadcasting from Liberia. But your this what the place she at now without blurriness, that will not take place. You remember when Toure was around, Toure used to be where Toure used to broadcast from, it used to be clear that's where she's gonna be going. We got people behind the scenes that works behind the scenes in Liberia. So that's where she will be broadcasting from. So I just wanted to introduce her. We haven't set a date yet for her to do her meeting stuff. We've done trials with her, so I'm happy with what I've seen. And she's a young lady. She will be there. She will bring the young crowd out there, especially women.
Much more.
So let me give Alice the opportunity to introduce herself and tell us what she's passionate about and what what the show that she will be doing will be all about. Welcome, Alice. You can hear me? Oh, God. Alice frozen. Alice,
Maybe, yeah, but maybe the stuff frozen.
she frozen.
No, you know when you were saying the thing you were saying about a collaboration or what I was saying myself, it's like I'm confused with the people, right?
Hold on. Alice, you back? Alice, you can hear us?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you were frozen. So I asked Sarah, Titi. I asked that you introduce yourself and tell us when you start to broadcast on the Queen Abby show, what your passions about and what will you be, in a nutshell, what you'll be talking about. I gotta get napkin. Be talking.
All right. Oh, thank you for the opportunity, right? Anyways, I'm Alex Atarachuo. I live in Liberia, most of the country of Florida City, besides District 17. Or I will be the co-host of the Queen Abby show every Wednesday, sorry, every Tuesday and Thursday, and I will really be speaking on two things. That is, I will be speaking on issues involving women, or let's say ladies, and also the youth of our country, right? And for now, it will be restricted to Liberia. It will be restricted to Liberia because this is what I say, and I know much about it. And any other topic we'll pop in later, but my focus point will be on women. Open.
Alice. Alice.
You hear me?
I heard you. Your Liberian
Yes, yes.
internet it kills me. It pisses me off because the interruption is too much. The stuff is not strong enough. But I basically heard you. I don't know whether the other people heard you. I don't see anything from you, Sarah. There's no request from you. Abraham, it says I couldn't bring you on, so check your device.
So you hear me better, yeah?
I can hear you, but I will ask you to keep still, because if you're moving, just the idea is that your internet is not good. So if you're moving, it's pixelated.
And the issue is, if I speak one place, the network continues.
All right, just talk a little louder so we can get you.
All right. I previously said I'm Alice Atara Tuo. I live in Liberia, Montserrat County, District 17, Bolivar City. And I will be one of the co-hosts on the Queen Abby Show every Tuesday and Thursday. My talking point will be on the women and all of the youth. I'll be discussing issues involving them. I'm attacking with another topic, for my major topics will be on the women and all of the youth. And I will, for now, speak about what is going on in Liberia when it comes to our youth and our women. I will be precise on Liberia because that's what I feel.
All right. Thank you for that. Titi, you sleeping on us?
No, look at my other phone. I look at my other phone a while again. I waited for her to finish.
All right, Alice. Basically, to recap, she says that she will probably. Can you mute your phone, Timothy? She said that she would be coming on every Tuesday and Thursday. She already gave the dates. There's another person that's supposed to be coming on other days too, couple of days too. So we just want to make sure that two of them align in terms of them, having their schedules before we can bring them on. It will be a production where we'll have like maybe the show, the pitch, having them on for like 5-6 days a week, basically, between the two people in Liberia. And her passion is, women and youth. And I'm sure she's going to delve into the different things happening in her community and extended. And she's going to bring it to us. And she's going to probably find, people that are in the social, economic areas that she talked about. She probably will be able to bring them on, and so that they can be able to give their views. And eventually, I have so many thoughts about the program with her, but I want to see how it goes first, because eventually we'll want to do something where we can encourage the ask questions, like the educative questions, where she can come and people can call on the phones there. And when they call, they can win, maybe $5 when they call, or at that time, we'll do it a certain time or month, something like that to encourage them and all of that. So, Alice, any parting word before we let you go?
Well, I want to say thanks for this, productive and creative or platform you have created. Is educative. It helps people, and it also brings people together. And I want to say thanks to the viewer, the listeners, and that of your followers. I do appreciate it. On platform of such, you don't have everybody in your interest. But what is right is right. You have to speak your mind. And I'm not trying to overshadow the program. I'm not trying to overshadow the program. As y'all, one honorable Bobby is asking, I know nothing about District 17, or which political party I'm from, stop the lies.
Fire!
My sister waste your minute and talk to us. Don't waste your minute.
And then I get off.
If I'm allowed,
To him. Say,
if I'm
go ahead,
allowed, thank you for the opportunity, right? So the
Yeah,
person I
fire.
just wrote,
Me and them people that can fire, I can fire. So anybody that honor me, I left for them to fire. We don't micromanage nobody here.
all right. It is not about being part of a political party, right? It is not about supporting this. I'm a left party A. But once the truth, I'm seeing the truth, I have to speak the truth. It's not mostly on because I love party A, so I don't speak about party A. And when it comes to district 17 views, and from what I know, I'm not a dictator to my own or district. So do not ask, what do you know about district 17? I will talk what I know, I will talk what I don't know. Period. As a matter of fact, I don't know everything. So I will speak on what I know pertaining to 17 with facts. And that's the reality. So since I moved to district 17, this my 6 years in the district, and I'm not, like I said, I am not a spectator to my district. So I know my district politics.
Period.
So that is that. Fight.
That's it. Fire. Anyways, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for coming on and stuff like that. We will look forward. We'll do the advertisement when we get the other individuals scheduled together. And when we start, we just want to start with both of you coming on your days, the week you will start, so we can just have a goal at it, go at it. We don't want anything fragmented, so in the meantime, we will work behind the scenes with the executive producer so we can do what we gotta do. But thank you. And you're listening to her, you see that she's articulate and she knows what she's passionate about. She knows what she wants to talk about. And at the end of the day, she will be able to bring young women and young people to her platform and honor the Queen Abby show so that she can be able to interact with people in her area and extensively. All right, bye. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. Bye, Alice.
Thank you.
who that person?
But Jaha, you hit the request button that the way that
You wanted to introduce that? I don't know who's.
no, the boy, I have first time coming. We know your second time coming inside us. I can hear you.
What going on? All them food today?
So we can hear you, Cyrus. You on mute or what? Hey, I brought phone. Internet.
You calling from?
Hear you, Cyrus. You can hear him, Titi.
No.
All right, Titi, be talking. Sarah, we can hear you. 2 years. That get it bored.
No, you were saying something about their collaboration, right? My thing is the same thing you said, and that's how I feel, right? This is my thing with the whole thing. And I'm in our own spoon talk. And even one of the party got brought up. I'm confused. I remember when he first started with Spoon, the party got brought up, one of them. He was all into all comments, this, comment that. Now, for some reason, he just flipped. He it's like he joined Falcon. They're talking all comments more go. He gets some set to work out and just
hold on 1 second, yeah. Hold on. Abraham, I don't see your request. Your request came in, I click it says connection failed. So go back out and request again for that. Sorry, ma. Go ahead.
So, but the thing is, the whole thing, okay, Cummins got his own party, right? Brecker has his own party, right? And they were in the CPP before, right? And Brecker left. Somebody playing. Let that person go in and
Cyrus, you gotta go, you gotta come out, go in and come out, Cyrus. Yeah?
So my thing is, Brecker has his own party. Cummins has his own party, right? And Brecker was in the CPP before he left, right? They left. So why can't boycott come back to the CPP? Let them go back the same way they were supposed to do everything according to the order that it was supposed to follow. And if boycott become the nominee, then everybody can put their hands around. But what I look at, it's like all the people that be on boycott, we keep saying, oh, Kwame got this, he got all the qualification. We need people like him. He this, he that. He can revive the country economy. But the only way to a presidency, he should go on a boycott. But then you continue to promote this, man. My thing is, you said that man got everything. So if I'm so good, why should I go honor somebody? Wouldn't you feel like that? Why we?
My thing, my thing is that it is not about who, you know, the CPP with Baka is null and void. So by us, it's almost like me, you know, running after spilled milk on a sidewalk. That has gone. It's still the man can carry himself. Cummings can carry himself. Baka can carry himself.
Thank you.
What is it that you're living in an advanced war? You're not about competition. You're forcing people. You will tell two marathon people that wants to get to the finishing line and say, oh no, let's unite. You can't behind me or I'll go ahead of you. No, this is a competition. It's healthy for people. The young children are around. It's healthy for them to know that these are the tenets of democracy when it comes to electoral practices. They're supposed to know. They shouldn't be giving the thought process like, oh, you know, all the time, opposition is supposed to unite. No, let them learn that these are how things are. This is the real war. The real war is that people practically compete against each other. Some people, somebody will win and somebody will lose. Everybody will not like it.
But what I look at, right, and what I feel before the brother come in, what I noticed, I think all these people that are talking, including that man, the last time when you were on Spoon, he already shared a position. You understand? He shared a position. So from what I look at, it's like all these people that are saying they may just go upon everything he work hard for. We are lost. Let him learn for himself. He must just abandon everything and go on the burger because they want to come to power and the next group of people to come eat. Because trust me, all of them are doing these things. They're watching Joria on a group. When Joria group lead, they want to eat too. So they figure that man, maybe the chance of eating might be slave if they may continue to run. Instead of just also give everything in and say, well, boom, I'm filing boycott. And for me, I support ANC. All right, I support Comey, I support ANC. And I don't believe that Mr. Comey should just give in to be vice president to boycott at all. If he got all the qualifications they're talking about, then let him put a foot out there, let him get a foot wet. If he win, fine. If he win, then we'll deal with it. But I don't think boycott should just sit down, no campaign being ran, nothing participating in. Everybody must just say, okay, you know what? You let throw our support behind boycott because this person won't be Senate protest, the other person won't be, the other person won't be this. So for me, I just agree with it. I don't believe Comey should be called behind boycott at all. Let boycott get out there, let him fight, let Comey fight. If Joria fight,
hallelujah.
I don't know what.
Hallelujah.
I believe that how to fight. And may the best
person disagree with me. Now my brother,
yeah, okay.
Fire.
Sisters, I want to thank you again, especially Queen Abby, for giving me the opportunity to participate on your program. Yes. And I've always said, you know, I encourage people every time. This program is informative, it's educative, and every time I speak with you, even on the platform or off the platform, I am blessed to gain knowledge, acquire knowledge. Yeah. And I want to thank the viewers for listening.
The boy say trying to bust my heel.
No.
I appreciate much appreciated. I appreciate it, and likewise.
Yeah. So I want to begin, but then I was something. I wanted to begin with soccer. When you asked the question about these Nigerian guys going, you know what I know is it's not 9th Street. It's rehab.
Okay, rehab.
Rehab. So I will touch on it quickly, then I will come back to what you're discussing right now, because after the Nigerian game, we beat Nigeria in Liberia. That 3-1 we beat Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
The players decided to come to George Weah's house at rehab. And you said it right, but the person that told you the story, they let it because it said 9th Street, but the story was right. And you know, you got the story right, but just the location.
Okay.
Because I know you used to live across the street.
I was living right next to you in the Warrington building. I could still,
right
I could still look right in here, yeah.
Right there, I remember. You know, right there, the building right there. So we beat Nigeria, and I remember Jonathan. There was a striker, a Nigerian young boy that had just come. They called him Jonathan. He was playing in Europe too. Fierce striker. Gabriel Kocha, Jonathan. And there were like 5 of the players that came because most of them did not come. I'm standing right there. You guys enter the building. They come and they open the gate. So Jonathan asks Okocha, "What is Joe's house?" Jonathan, I'm standing right there. I'm not making this up. So because Okocha, a cold, calm guy, and Jonathan spoke loudly, so he grabbed his hand and pulled his hand down and said, "Hey, don't say like this." And, you know, pull his hand down, and then, you know, so Jonathan didn't ask again. But he spoke like he spoke,
language.
I think the language for him. In 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, people will come and they said nonsense, but Queen, I am telling you, in 5 minutes, those guys, they exited the building. They got outside because they were embarrassed. I could see, I'm telling you, Jonathan, the young striker, he used to play number 9 for Nigeria. Jonathan, I was standing right there looking at them because I'm fond of Jojo Okocha. That's my player. So when I saw him, it was my first time getting in contact with him like that. I shook his hand and all of that. Then, in less than maybe 5 or 6 minutes, they spoke their dialect. They look at one another. And the guy said, "Open the door." Jonathan was the first guy, and the rest of them just followed him. But you see this. George Weah and myself went to Lagos. We went to Victoria Island to a Terrible West house.
Yeah.
It's a mansion. Johnny Walker. They call Terrible West. His name is Johnny Walker. We went to this guy's house. Victoria Island. Queen, I'm not making this up. That's one of his houses, just one in Nigeria, in Lagos. But the other one that he had in his village, he was telling us, George and myself, he said, George, they want in my village, you see it, you go
But
I'm
cutting you off, you know, in Nigeria, for you to show off, the house you built in your village is bigger than the ones you built in the city itself. That's how they show off.
And that's what he said. He gave me a tour. Because some days I want to ask, where is Terrible West? The Liberian people that love this George Weah. Terrible West that we brought to Liberia 2 times in Milan. Terrible West was a pastor. We used to go to Terrible West Church. Where is Terrible West today with the George Weah today? That the people say this George Weah is not divisive. The story about George Weah and Terrible West. When you tell them now, they will start arguing and start yelling. This man, this guy, that he loved this guy so much that let me just deviate a little bit. Because I bring in Terrible West. This guy, Terrible West's wife, Rita, this man is your brother. They had an African store. He ain't got nobody to want to sleep with, but Terrible West's wife.
Jesus.
You see how evil the guy is. And when we talk about this man in this way, then they say, "Oh, you're jealous of him." Where is Terrible West? The Liberian post saw Terrible West so many times. The older people that can say this today. They saw Sarah West 2 times coming to Liberia. We brought her was on 9th Street 2 times, Johnny Walker. And this guy was our best friend in Milan because he played for Inter Milan and we played for AC Milan. Where is Sarah West today? Among all the players that you're talking about, where is Cyril Domoro of the captain of Ivory Coast? Those are the people that are with George. We have friends. They say, yeah, those are the people that you could see talking to him, but they know more. But again, what you said is sorry. It was true.
Mm-hmm.
It was so embarrassing. Those guys stayed like 5 or 6 minutes at that house, and they walk away.
They
see the difference.
they walk away because they say, listen, this cannot
Yes.
be right. This is a man
Yes.
on the international scene, and we know how much we're making out there. How can you bring come from out there and bring this kind of mediocre things to your nation? And you're supposed to be, at the top. At that time, you were at the top, and you were carrying the country's name. And only for them to come and see that you all the learning, all the things you accumulated from out there, you brought nothing. But anyways, that continue.
You see, because those guys, when they look at him, as you said, he was on the top of his game. And everybody knew that this guy, he's so flamboyant out there, that they were going to come to Liberia and go to a mansion. But see where George Weah is living today. They say he made $88 million, which is not true at all. In my greatest imagination, or my sister, a queen, if you ever dream about it, say, oh yeah, let's consider it. He never came close to that money. But see the life he's living now. He's riding private jet. And he can take a 49 days vacation. He's taking the country money. He's just going and buying cars and building homes for those little girls in the country. And people are suffering. But this man, his peers, they almost insulted. I called Janet's name because that was a little boy that you could see Janeta was first kid. Janeta coach had graduated by the left hand. I was saying right there, pull him. Janeta came like this. And then he spoke, I think, Igbo or Yoruba or whatever. You did not ask again because you don't ask. But what is George's house? Loud. That the question he asked. This George we have today, that particular house. Maybe you never had the opportunity. When you enter the house, that's just a little small little dining room right there, and then the little living room, small tight place. So you turn. You got 2 doors right there. If you use the restroom, the hopeless smells. The hopeless smell. This man that had $88 million that we talk about. This man that he was so rich that the future of the country, it is young people today that are regretting today.
Magalo, you grew up with him. Everything you're saying is true, but we who knew him, Jerry, recently before he became president, when we're telling people, we got proof. But again, it's up to the people. Let them continue to lie to themselves. Let them continue to lie to themselves. Because anybody who had money, who knew how to spend it, and who knew the value of money will not do what they bought doing in our country. He never had a poor management skill that what made him broke, and that's why he continued to lead the country on the path, the same way he lived his life, that the same way he carried the country. But let them keep lying to themselves.
And so buttress what you said, that's true. Because this man has used people in his life. This man does not have style. He does not have taste. He does not have taste. He's not sophisticated. So, because if he were at that time and today, that house that Samuel Doe, you see, that's why on my podcast I get angry with the Crown people today that backing George Weah. Because Samuel Doe brought the Crown people to power. I was a little boy. You see, the Assembly of God Church belongs to the Crown people because that's the Crown people that brought the Assembly of God Church up when I was little. I was in 2nd, 3rd grade, Buchanan Street. I saw the Crown people at that time. And, I went to school with them. They were dark skin, curly hair. Some of the guys had curly hair. The girls had jet black hair. But the Crown people, other than that, the bread. I don't know that I don't know they moved to a different climate or whatsoever, but those are the original crown people. Samuel Doe gave George that money that he bought that land and built a house. Rehab. This is the same man that is disgracing Nancy Doe every day.
Yep.
And the crown people sit there. The man that made them to be who they are today, that they have known. Because back then when we were growing up, there were not many things about crown people that you talk about. People didn't know them. There's no disrespect to them. But this man has abused Nancy Doe over and over and disrespected this woman. And his wife is sitting down in a position now and attending $1.5 million for the country, for the government. And nobody say everything is okay. Now you talk about the scoreboard today. It's sad.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just you know, I've been thinking about this the people from Nigeria and you know, the people from River G, you know, because they have some crown people there and stuff like that. My thing here is that I know that they always say, oh, when they ask them why you vote for Joshua, oh, that Sammy's son, Sammy brought you up to him. That
Yes.
you got Sammy's husband, wife. I'm sorry. This woman had to. This woman now go to the ECOWAS court, my people. Maybe I'm getting things mixed up.
No, you're right.
Do not go to the ECOWAS court. Why Joshua is president to get financial redress, and they gave it to her, and this woman still not even getting any help. They are sitting down there. You're from the crown chap. You're sitting down there. This man has not even brought any relief to your county. He even helped your prominent people. Who is the prominent crown man that is in George Weah's government? I will wait. Maybe I don't know, and y'all will give me that information.
Sam Wulu. Maybe Sam Wulu, because he brought him to Model. Sam Wulu was one of the guys that introduced Joshua to Model. And he sponsored the war. Sam Wulu. I'm calling his name today. Sam Wulu was one of the guys. Sam Wulu and Wilson. And the two guys that approached George Weah
Sam Wulu
to come to Model. Sam Wulu.
And who?
Sam Wulu. I'm telling you today.
I said Sam Wulu.
I'm breaking it today on your platform. Sam Wulu.
Yeah.
And
so
Wilson.
I'm trying to say that Sam Wulu is just the transport minister that married his grandchild. One time, long ago, when he married that girl, the pictures were on whatever. I saw that one Nigerian person went. I can't remember who posted the pictures. Went on and said, "Oh, is that he and his granddaughter?" And the people had to correct the man and say, "No, that's he and his wife." That's how the people can take their dignity and they take their young kids, because you know what? Because of poverty, that girl that looking at herself at that age will go and marry someone who can be her grandfather in Liberia, because he able to give her money to take her from one level to the next. The girls, the young women are vulnerable in that country because of poverty. Not a girl knowing herself at that age that lives in America, unless she goes to Hollywood and she meets a top star that is, high up in age. But you will look at yourself. You will be a 24-year-old girl. You will go marry a 60-year-old man. Because in America, they don't not happy because of poverty. So I'm just asking the crown people, y'all need to break away. This man has shown it over and over to you that he does not even value the man who you put up in high esteem, that helping with his footballing career. He helping the man's wife that in a place that got to take the government to court, ECOWAS court, to be able to get something for herself. And you call this man a man that you will be voting for all the time. At this point in time, you got to break away.
How about his son? How about Sammy Jr.?
I heard that he gave job to the court. I'm not sure.
He fired him. He was the first man that he fired when it came to the port. He fired him. He got all the other rogues in the government stealing. But Samuel Doe, George Weah told me the story about Samuel Doe.
Is that true? He was
They
dating the
can
daughter
come here,
too?
they can cry me, they can cry and cry me a river. George Weah sat me down and told me about Samuel Doe. You saw, you were later at that time, but maybe you still remember when you told the story. Samuel Doe had James Diba, George Weah, and Washington Blade. He brought them when the low side was playing. Anybody can attest to that. They wrote in that drop top that how he saw George Weah. Nancy Doe goes to him. My friend called me the other day. For 7 hours, the man let this woman to sit down for 7 hours. This man that he told me about, Samuel Doe, Magalo, hey Magalo, you are running out of law. So I'm going to Sami. Sami. Oh, Sami, this. He and that other rogue, Archibald Bernard, rest from my house right there. Right from my house. There's a land order that belongs to Samuel Doe. That Nancy Doe's property. Archibald Bernard wanted to sell that land to George Weah. George Weah knew about the land. He knew about the land. But because he's greedy, he's so selfish and envious, and what other people has, he coveted what other people have. The man that he called his father, he went to buy Samuel Doe's land. Sometimes when you look at it, when I think about it, sometimes I ask myself, how was I around this guy and we were eating together? The food was there in the net. We come with 40 oil gari and milk and grumpy and this that. How did I know? Because I think this guy wore a mask. He wore a mask, my sister. The same thing that this guy did before. That's the same thing he's doing today, but he wore a mask when we were around him. We didn't see it. So we came outside with the good news for him. Said this guy is a good guy. Because I remember I stood on Kerry Street many days.
Delvino,
and some of my friends have
cut it
confronted
off.
me.
Go ahead.
Some of my friends have confronted me. They said, Magala, close your mouth. Because remember, you used to come on the land over to the Kabal shop. And you talk about this guy. I said, yes, I'm guilty. Because he wore a mask. The same way he used other people. People like Sylvester Williams. George Weah sat there and looked at me and said, if it was not because of Sylvester Williams, I would not go to Cameroon. When Vicky was pregnant, Tita's mother, do you hear about Tita, his daughter? You know that he has a big daughter called Tita?
And
Do you hear about Tita?
the executive marshal, one time they said she graduated from nursing school.
Oh yeah, but I always say, why he didn't fly there? Why he didn't fly there? That his daughter, his
Welcome,
first daughter,
you.
3 men no age, right? He ever clean in
that his oldest child. Tita is his oldest child. His firstborn was Tita Vicky. They told me, he told me the story, and Vicky told me the story about Karika. Where is Karika today? What did Karika do to him? Forget about me when they're talking the nonsense. What did Karika do to him? This man that Karika went to LPRC, he's taking Mario Hop there and Yimale PSC them and came into LPRC. As Sylvester Williams, normal days, he was one of the managers at the LPRC. This man that you and George and Diba used to go to in the 80s for bread. He put bread on your table. Where is Karika today? Karika is right here in Minnesota that you don't speak to him. So when we talk about this man, his evil, that we should not vote him again for the next 12 years, 6 years. That's what we're talking about. So let's come back to what we were talking about. I said, I disagree with you respectfully.
Go ahead.
Sister, I learn from you every day. When I speak with you, I learn. But this is what I sat down and I thought about. Because I was able to speak with 3 young men that is influential young men in the areas.
That only in the area. You're not in the whole country. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So the conversation now they're trying to start is that we did not know this man. So I said, what do you mean? They started to explain. So listen, we were young, ignorant, and naive. We voted this man into office. 5 years has passed. And our future, we don't see nothing that is in the plan or the discussion or the vision for us. So we want to take a stand this time that we see Alexander coming, we see GMB. These two people who wanted to come together because we, the youth, for the first time at this time, we want to have a voice. Not you go few people go petition, but we want to go to the other communities and tell these Liberian people, these old people, 20 years from now, you will not be around. And all these years, you have never prioritized our future. But now because we know better and want to do better, so we want to have a say in the conversation. That these two men, we see them because the elections is going to be rigged. It has started already. So for George, we are not to have the opportunity for second round. If we go put these two people together, we understand all that is saying, all the competition, all with this and that, all the good things you said. It is true in the democracy that the people should compete. But this is not a civilized environment. Liberian society, as you always told me, we are not cultured. We are not really smart people. We are not progressive people.
How long we're going to keep accepting that? How long we're going to keep accepting the excuses or they're not
No, but this is right now. No. This is what now. This is what I was told by these three men.
Okay, but I understand, but when you say these three men, they're just three youth in the community.
If you allow me to learn, then you understand what I'm going to. Because they want to go to other communities and plead the case.
Yeah, but
they can still go.
That's still but you know, my thing here is, I understand, I heard what you say. They want to go to other communities.
Conclusion, you don't understand my conclusion though.
But
you don't listen to my conclusion. They are saying if these people refuse, that's why I say it's unprecedented. They say when the people refuse, that three young community guys from different communities, they say when the people refuse, because we are almost 60-65% of the voting bloc, especially the new
who refuse?
The new voters. If the Joseph Barker and they will take a stand.
What stand they will take?
But listen.
When the people be talking, me and let we
refuse. Which one they refuse? That when they petition them, I said, is it that okay? I don't agree. I want to run my own. They are not going to vote for you. That's what it says.
Okay.
That's the message.
They're fine.
Right there. Let me get you stop right there.
Okay.
Listen. There's still people who telling you that they're suffering. You know what people talk to me? I like to listen and I like for things to sway around because there's opposing argument for that. You telling me that you want to vote Josh Weah out, but because you're trying to detect to two leaders and they don't take your detection because that's detection. I don't care what you say. You imploring them. You detecting them because if you telling them that if they don't take what you want them to take, hold on 1 second. If they don't take what you want them to take, then you will not vote for them. But let me tell you, these are the same people that are crying in the communities that are saying that the present government is not doing well for them and they want change. And they're trying to tell you that if these two men don't take what they want to take, that they will not vote for them. Guess what? Who is going to suffer? It's they're not means that they're not leaders in the community. Because if you are
you didn't let me finish. I didn't say that they're going to leave the two of them. I didn't say they're going to leave the two of them.
When you finish,
you said that they will not vote for them.
Yes. Because who refuse? Which one of them refuse?
That's what I said. I heard you.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that equal to that situation is that these are not leaders. Because if you are resolute and you do not want a particular person that you feel is not changing your life and it's doing nothing to change your life, and you want to dictate to other people, that means that you know nothing about democracy. Because
No, but these people never prioritize the people never prioritize them. The people get selfish all along. Queen, the people, no, Queen.
Let me
Queen, hold on, Queen, please.
Let me speak.
Queen, please allow me.
Let
Queen.
me speak.
Please allow me.
Let me speak.
These people
I
get
heard
selfish.
what you said.
Okay, go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
saying that you feel that they prioritize just because three leaders.
No, they have never.
Let me speak. We can go together.
Go ahead.
Just because you feel that three leaders in the community decided to say that they want these people to unite. If they do not unite, they will not vote for them. Let me ask.
That's a message.
Let me finish. Let me ask you, who will face the repercussions of them not voting? Will it be George Weah? Will it be Alexander Cummings? Will it be Ambassador Obaka?
But then these people are not leaders. These people called Joseph Braga and Alexander Cummings for their own greed. For their own greed.
Queen, let me say something.
For their own greed. They come with their own greed. They come with their own greed. If they don't refuse, to listen to these people. They come with their own greed for their own selfish. Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't consider them leaders, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the so-called people that contacted you. If you don't consider them leader, you should be able to consider certain people leaders. So you should go to.
Who are the leaders? Who are the leaders? Let me ask you this.
Can I?
Who are the leaders? Joseph Braga and Alexander Cummings. Joseph Braga and Alexander Cummings to me then.
I gotta finish my. If my finish my thought, then I can move it around. I'm responding on what you say. That these three people in the community.
Because they are going. The three people are going to the communities.
You said there are leaders in the communities. I think my ears are clear. I can hear. You said that they want to go around in different communities to spread that message. When twins are still listening, I'm responding.
Correct.
So please give me the opportunity to respond. I am telling you that these people are giving directives. They call themselves youth leaders, and they are being dictatorial. If you are dictating to the two opposition parties, that if they do not unite, you will not vote for them, and you will so-called tell other people to not vote for them. Then I'm questioning the leadership ability. The reason why I'm questioning the leadership ability is that if they know that it's a democracy, they can only implore, they can ask, but they can't detect. You cannot detect. First thing, you detect it and you give me an answer to your detection. So if you detecting to these leaders and you telling them if they do not take, they don't go 1, 2, or 2, 1, whatever it is, you will not vote for them. Then why are you even, if you don't consider them leaders because you feel they're selfish, who do you consider leader? Why are you going to these people? Then you are hypocrites, because I would not consider you not a leader and then I'll go and put my trust in you to say I want to vote for you. There's no way I will do that. So if just because they tell you, say, oh no, we don't want to be on one ticket, and you say you're going to vote for the person who you already open your mouth and say the person suffering you, who do you think that will?
No, you saying it now, Queen. You saying it. I didn't say it. I said to you, the two people who will refuse, the two people, Joseph Braga and Cummings, who will refuse to unite because it's the future. They said more to me. That I just gave you the chance to come because I didn't learn. They said more to me. They said there's two people. If we say you come together, because ever since in this country, from the genesis of this country, it has been about the old people. their own selfish interest.
But let me ask a question. It said, what is the conclusion if you go there with a megaphone to ask these two parties to unite? What is the conclusion they gave you? Are you concluding by yourself, or you putting out the conclusion?
No. I had a conversation. The conclusion was, if anyone of them refused, the one that we agreed to do and the other one refused, that's the person who carry, because they believe the two of them.
Good.
Okay.
Good for them. Good for
Okay.
them. So you know why? They will not carry anybody, because these people, you're coming well after the choir finish raising the song. You're coming to ask to raise the song that the choir finish singing.
But
nobody going to unite.
No, but sister, they're not talking about all those politics that they've been preaching. They counter them out. Tell me, Memorial, where are the programs for youth in the country? We the older people today that say, oh, the youth, they're wrong. Where are the programs? These people, we abuse them every day, and you and myself know that. So what has Joseph Braga done? Why has Joseph Braga done for 12 years? Yeah, there's
that is not,
listen, what has he done?
Listen, that is not a place on my space.
Okay.
Wait, let me interact with you. That is not a place in my space. My place in my space is to know that Ambassador Barker and Cummings are the two top oppositions. Whether you want to bring something from the corner, right, left, center, these are the two oppositions. You cannot, nobody can do anything about it. These are the top. Whether you see from now to doomsday, they will not change the fact that these are the two people. So it is up to you. Yeah. When I say you, I'm talking about the voting populace. It is up to you to either go with the incumbents or find your way on one of these parties. So, but you trying to say what this one there, what this one that are the two people you got there. So that is
when
these two people. Two people. These two people.
That now I'm talking in like something that I saw.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
All right. Yeah,
so now Alice, because they are internet business and I say.
I'm saying I listen attentively, and I think I got something from him. You know, they want the two individuals to blink and go against the government or run, you know, on one ticket. It's not something bad, but that's something I want them to understand here. That's something nobody is blinking to go against judges. President, nobody gets the mentality that you want to blink to go against President. I want they come out with the mentality that we want to blink to build Liberia, because you know that's the person like you just protect President out is not needed right now. It's not needed because almost like you try to escape the rainfall and then you are going to the ocean. So we don't need anybody saying we are blinking because we want to take President. We are out. We want you to blink because you want to build Liberia. You want to build a better Liberia. And more over to that, everybody can put themselves together, move around the district, pour most of the country, tell the various countries, and say what they want to say. But that's how they feel. We wanted to say a positive thing. Liberia. I have to step on the platform and say all is well. All is not well. All is not well. In fact, as I do believe of what I've seen since my eyes open, since my ears open, well, I've been well for decades. So I would anticipate since 2011 up to now, Liberia is well. Liberia is not well. Liberia is not well. Don't want politicians coming together because we need a leader, not a politician. I always saying this.
Yeah, but you can't Alice. You can't divorce the two. The politician is a leader, and the leader is the politician. So it is intertwined, okay? But I maybe because you are going in and coming out, I think you on the side of my brother Makalo. I'm not sure. because you are breaking in and out. I know you. I think I heard you saying that there's nothing wrong with them, coming together. Is that what I heard?
I'm saying if they're coming to say they want to blame the both candidates, it's how they feel about it, right? But I don't want to blanket candidates because right now there's a democratic G, right? Everybody say what they feel is good. It's not everything I say is going to be right. So likewise, another man don't say everything is going to be right. But we just want to better Liberia. That's the point. So if you feel like honorable white guy, the mindset of authority and make Liberia better Liberia, then stay for black guy. Be consistent. If you feel like Honorable Kumi can make Liberia better Liberia, you stay for Honorable Kumi. If you feel like the current can still make things happen, then you stay your ground. But I don't think that because I know Liberians, currently the situation our country is that they just want to blank people, to get rid of certain people. And that's not the thing we need right now. We don't need that.
Okay, I understand. I understand you. So,
Queen, if you allow me, sister.
Basically, your premise is that even individualism, there's nothing wrong with individualism as long as it is, it is the leader that will be able to, move Liberia forward. But everybody has a choice. You want to go to XYZ, you can go to XYZ.